The internationally acclaimed theoretical physicist Professor Steven Hawking, author of The Brief History of Time, has been rushed to hospital in Cambridge. Professor Hawking, who's almost completely paralysed, was said to be very ill after his condition deteriorated following a trip to the United States the weekend.
Steven?
The 67-year-old scientist has been suffering from a degenerative motor neurone disease since his early 20s, but his disability has never been a bar to an exceptional academic career. In 1988, he became a household name with the publication of A Brief History of Time, a book which brought terms like black holes and the Big Bang to popular consciousness, a book which he wrote when almost totally paralysed. Ever since the 80s, he has communicated through a distinctive voice synthesizer controlled by small movements of his body. Asked why he's never replaced it, Professor Hawkins has said he hasn't heard a voice he likes better. In 2007, on his 65th birthday, he enjoyed a brief release from his disability, being the first quadriplegic to experience weightlessness on a zero-gravity flight, and has said he'd like to go into space properly. Today, he remains the Lucasian Professor of Mathematics at Cambridge University, although he plans to retire later this year. Well, for the latest on Professor Hawking's condition, Jane Death is at Cambridge University. Jane.
Yes, he is seriously ill with a chest infection in hospital in Cambridge. A few miles from here, the academic heart of Cambridge, where buildings are named in his honour. One of his family took him in an ambulance to hospital this afternoon. We're told that they've run tests and they've managed to make him comfortable. He'll stay there tonight and we'll learn more about how he's doing tomorrow morning.
He has survived incredibly long with this awful disease. Does anybody know how he's done it?
Well, even his doctors don't know how he's done it, frankly. He was diagnosed when he was 22 and told that he might not live to finish his PhD. But of course he did, and he went on to marry twice and have 3 children. And he said that although when he was diagnosed he felt somewhat of a tragic character, that his long survival surprised himself and made him feel that you could always have hope. And he kept a very busy academic diary, often seen on the cobbled streets of Cambridge in his electric wheelchair and busy looking after his PhD students. And his colleagues here say he is a remarkable man and they hope to have him back with them very soon.
Jane Death in Cambridge.